New Lands, by Charles Hoyfort, Part 2, Chapter 17c. Birmingham Daily Post, May 31st, 1867. Mr. Bird, the astronomer, writes that, about 11 a.m., May 30th, he saw unknown forms in the sky. In his telescope, which was focused upon them and upon the planet Venus, they appeared to be twice the size of Venus. They were far away, according to focus. Also, it may be accepted that they were far away because an occasional cloud passed between them and this Earth. They did not move like objects carried in the wind. All did not move in the same direction, and they moved at different speeds. All of them seemed to have hairy appendages, and in many cases a distinct tail followed the object and was highly luminous. Flashes that have been seen in the sky, and they are from a living island that wags his luminous peninsula. Hair-like substances that have fallen to this earth. A meadow has been shorn from a monster's mane. My animation is the notion that it is better to think in tentative hysteria of pairs of vast things, traveling like a North and South America through the sky, perhaps one biting the other with its Gulf of Mexico, than to go on thinking that all things that so move in the sky are seeds, whereas all things that swim in the sea are not sardines. In the Post, June 3, 1867, Mr. W. H. Wood writes that the objects were probably seeds. Post, June 5, Mr. Bird says that the objects were not seeds. My intention was simply to describe what was seen, and the appearance was certainly that of meteors. He saves himself in the annals of extra geography. Whether they were meteors of the ordinary acceptation is another matter. And the planet Venus, and her veil that is dotted with blue-fringed cupids, in the Astronomical Register, Volume 7, page 138, a correspondent writes, from Northampton, that, upon May 2, 1869, he was looking at Venus, and saw a host of shining objects, not uniform in size. He thinks that it is unlikely that so early in the spring could these objects be seeds. He watched them about an hour and 20 minutes. Many of the larger ones were fringed on one side, the fringe appearing somewhat bluish. Or that it is better even to sentimentalize than to go on stupidly thinking that all such things in the sky are seeds, whereas all things in the sea are not, the economically adjusting little forms without which critics of underground traffic in New York probably could not express themselves. The planet Venus, she approaches this lordly earth, the blue-fringed ecstasies that suffuse her skies.